The Recurse Center is a 6 or 12-week self-directed programming retreat. You are in a cohort with other like-minded people. You are putting together your own roadmap for the entire time.
I don't know what I would be up to without RC. If you think that Recurse is for you, it almost certainly is.
We believe that people are innately curious, and if you give them the freedom to follow that curiosity, they can do incredible things. And that is why our mission is to transform lives by helping people direct themselves.
The way that I would explain what the Recurse Center is to people is a writer's retreat for programmers. But if I were to put my own spin on it, then I would say that it's a community of people whose passion for computers surpasses the structures that were traditionally given to explore our sense of creativity and purpose.
I kind of got to a point where I felt that a lot of my work was starting to feel very similar and not very challenging. And so I quit my job and decided to finally take an opportunity to participate at the Recurse Center.
It is self-directed, but that doesn't mean that there isn't any structure. So you are committing with your batch to showing up 5 days a week and programming.
The people that we look for are people who are ready to work at the edge of their abilities.
We admit people who are curious and kind and self-directed. And when you get enough of those people in a group together, it's magical what they do.
Everyone is here because of some joy, some excitement, some spark of curiosity. It's exciting and it's fun and it's silly. And even when it feels really rigorous, like as learners working on tough projects, building important things, everyone around us still sort of always has one eye towards, oh, could I do something funny with this?
What microcontroller are you using for this?
We have 4 commands that we came up with.
You can see that it's deploying to the arcade right now.
The knitting pattern is predictable, so then the layout of the okay.
I think that one of my favorite feelings is being in a room with other people, working hard, and being interested in kind of what you are doing.
I was really drawn to, I think, one of the kind of core principles of RC, which is building your volitional muscles, right? This idea of following your curiosity, the things that you're interested about, the things that you really want to learn more about. And I think that drive, that interest to have something be intrinsically motivated, right, rather than extrinsically motivated, was something that really appealed to me.
I really think I learned more in the 3 months at Recurse Center than I did in my entire 4-year college degree.
I can just reliably fall into a delightful conversation with somebody who is going deep into a rabbit hole, debugging a weird networking issue, or building an animatronic octopus.
There was all these other potential friends who were like me, and they wanted to do their hobby projects, and they wanted to explore what they wanted to learn. And so I could do what I had already been doing, but together with other people.
My first batch ended up being about recovering from burnout, and I did that by allowing myself to get drawn into whimsical and playful and creative projects that didn't really have any, I guess I would say, purpose per se, other than just to be for fun and for learning. I created a programming language that was entirely based out of emojis. I created a Whack-A-Ghost game, which was similar to Whack-A-Mole, except you whack online dating ghosts. And that was good for my soul.
We have this event called Impossible Day, where it's literally all of us pick a challenge that we think is impossible for us, right? And then we see how far we get. The thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to get started on building this spatial navigation app using Swift. And I have no experience with programming for iOS, but I was able to get like a super basic minimum viable product by the end of the day.
RC is 100% free for all participants because we also operate an integrated recruiting agency.
Right from the beginning, the business model of RC was about being able to place people as engineers. We built our own pipeline, and so the retreat is our pipeline to good recruiting.
We've been able to help people get wonderful jobs.
I worked as a software engineer after I got a great job through the help of RC's career services.
I also found my job through the Recurse Center.
To be a good recruiter, you really need to know the people you're working with. I don't think I'd want to be a recruiter if I was just moving a resume from point A to B where I've not even met the person, don't know who the person is, etc. But I get to spend like 3 months, and if not just 3 months, I get to spend now 15 years with these folks. So helping someone like that land their next job is so easy.
Anyone who's far enough in their career already knows that connections is the real thing that's going to get you further along in your career. That's what's going to land you the job. That's what's going to land you the promotion. Recurse Center is a place where you can build those connections.
It's been amazing. I feel like I understand myself better and what motivates me, what I want to look for in the rest of my life.
When I found Recurse, I was like, wait, I think this is the perfect thing for me. My biggest worry was whether or not I was going to get in. But I knew that if I did get in, that it was 100% something that I would be willing to like rearrange my life to do.
It was such a huge acceleration for me as a programmer and a learner.
It's changed my life like so much. Like this is such a big part of my life now.
If you have any doubts, you're like, is this gonna be worth it? The answer is yes. That's the best way that I can put it, plain and simple. It's an incredible program.
If you're curious and passionate about programming, RC is definitely the place for you.